I had been on the Implanon for 9 years. So never got a period throughout that time. I never went through the menstrual cycle. And when I had the rod removed and I was introduced to what it felt like to have a menstrual cycle, like I didn't know what had hit me. I had no idea what was going on. I felt like I was all over the place, struggling at the gym. I was struggling with food. I was struggling with my body. And it was just like, as soon as I realized what was going on hormonally, like I started to really feel validated and I could lean into, oh, okay, like this is a week where I'm going to feel fitter and stronger. I'm going to maximize that. Whereas this is a week where I maybe won't feel as motivated to go to the gym, so I can lean into some compassion around that, how to give myself love at certain stages.
Like I was on the pill when I was like 14, 15 for skin or for something. I can't remember. Just like at the doctor's, I had no idea what I was signing up for. I had no idea the repercussions of having to get off it later down the track. I wish I had more information when I was a kid about what that meant for me and what other options. I mean, I don't think there were as many options as there are now. If I had the choice back then, I wouldn't have gone on it. But because I'm here now, it actually works for me. When we talked about hormones over the course of this podcast, I've been on contraception. I was on Yasmin for 11 years. And then basically I was told at the doctor that I should have never been put on the pill because I get migraines with auras and have an increased risk of a stroke. So it's really hard news. Like I felt really protective about staying on the pill because I got really bad skin side effects. And I got off the pill. I had a little break before my current relationship and my skin just went berserk. Like, no, it's shallow, but it really affected my self-esteem, how bad my skin was, and nothing would let up. Like, I used all the skincare. I was drinking chlorophyll. I was like taking skin vitamins, like doing all the things. Took doxycycline, which is like an antibiotic for skin, and nothing worked. And so I just went straight back on the pill and buried my head in the sand and didn't want to know about what was going on with my hormones. The week before your period. Nothing from my life has changed from yesterday, but the lens I'm looking at my life through is just dark. You know, it's dark and depressing and scary, and all I can think about is like the worst or the most negative circumstance, or I'm reading into situations with this like negative perspective, but nothing has changed from the day before. Hormones are so powerful.
We underestimate it.
Completely. And I think the worst thing is when you're in it, you don't know you're in it. That's your reality. That's how you think and feel, and you think that's a fact. Yeah. And it's hard to know, especially with like something like the first trimester, like that's a 3-month period of time. It's not just the week before your period, which you have awareness over, especially on your first pregnancy. Like you're just sprung into this period of time. Instantly your hormones drop. You don't know that it's a physiological thing. You think it's true.
And you don't know when it's going to end either.
Yeah.
You think that it's going to be like that forever. And I would ask other people's experiences and they'd say, look, it ended for me at 12 weeks. It ended for me at 14. It went for me my whole pregnancy.
I didn't realize how much anxiety I had when I was on the pill. Only now coming off all contraception. It's actually insane. Like those symptoms that we discussed in that video about like feeling really depressed before your period and that week before your period being a really dark time, to the point where people were diagnosing me in the comments that I had PMDD, which is totally fair. Now, the week before my period has been really manageable, really fine. It's nowhere near as dark. It's nowhere near as depressing. My mind state isn't as negative. I still am able to have positive thoughts. I feel maybe a little bit more irritable and sensitive, but like it is a 10th of what I have had from being on the pill.
Hormones are really, really powerful, and it's really important that you know what you're getting into. Contraceptive pills or implants, I mean, there's a variety of different methods that you can go for, and it's really important that you know and the doctor clarifies what you're going for. I would say it's also really important for you to understand what you need for you, and maybe to have a conversation with your family or perhaps your partner and or friends. So you have to be very careful how to deal with these things, because it can change your body, it can change the way you look, and maybe it can be very dangerous for you if you're taking it in an inappropriate way. Being under a contraceptive pill or any other method might make you not having your period for a long time. So maybe if that happened to you, maybe try to get a checkup to see if everything is okay with you, and maybe if you need to change any medication. This topic is quite large, and many people can have many opinions. Trying to get some more information. I mean, the more details that you know, the more information, the more education that you have is the key, is the best thing. I would say that anyone that is somehow related to this situation, either if you are a boyfriend or that needs to help your girlfriend, or even if you are just a woman that needs to take a contraceptive pill or IUD, whatever method is it, just please get informed, because information is the key, and the more you know, the more that you can think about and to make a conscious decision about it.